What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be replacing the whole entire front end of the 720. I am still looking for a new bumper, or I'm trying to get this one straightened out and re-chromed. As far as the grill is brand new and the headlights are brand new. I just put those on. If you guys are interested in seeing how I installed the Maxima headlights, I do have a video on the channel that I just posted today. So when this video goes live, that video should already be live. The current hood that I have was clean, but it flew off on me and it got dented right here. And with things like hoods, I just rather not mess with it and try to straighten it out. It's much easier for me to just replace the hood with a nice straight one than having to try to fix all this, especially with my level of skills with bodywork. I'd rather just replace it. You can see it fits pretty decent up here, but then down here it's touching the grill. It's pretty tweaked. Alright, so right here I have the whole new front end. It took me a couple months to be able to source everything. For example, I think I got the hood and the valence from a truck at the junkyard, and then a separate time I got the fenders, and then I think the separate time I got the cowl, or maybe I got the cowl on the fender and then I got another fender. Regardless, all of this stuff I went down to bare metal since there was some surface rust and I didn't want to primer over the surface rust and then eventually it come through the paint. So I decided it was smarter to just sand it all the way down and go all the way to bare metal. So all of this right here looks rough because I just put some primer on top, and I just used a rattle can. That's why it looks kind of blotchy. But I did self-hatching primer, some epoxy primer, and then on top of all that I did some filler primer to give it a little bit more build. That way I can sand it down so it's smooth. But all of these are all smooth and there's no real big dents. Regardless, when it comes time to paint the truck, I'm pretty sure I'm going to take all of this off and I'm going to rip the whole front end off, and I'm probably going to mask it off, just mask off the whole front end. I'm going to take the windshield out and just paint the cab, the doors, and then the bed is obviously going to be painted separate. So I think all this is going to come off regardless, but for right now I'm tired of looking at all mismatched like this. I'm tired of seeing uneven gaps, and I'm tired of seeing this dented hood that's always touching the grill. Now that we have everything off, we can go ahead and throw on everything back on. But yeah, once I paint it, I think I'm going to just pull everything off like this and then mask it off right about here and then paint all of this. That way I get all of this painted in here so it all matches the truck. And then obviously the whole cab's gonna get painted, behind the cab's gonna get painted, and then the bed's gonna be off. That way I can get paint inside of the bed over here. Plus I have to fix a little bit of rust like that. So pretty good. I honestly thought I had a lot more room, but it looks like I'm already rubbing in here. But I honestly thought I had more room in here. I guess it hasn't really hit me how low this thing is quite yet, but paint's not getting too hot from rubbing, so that's good. I'm also going to try my best to take the emblems off, but I think I might just get new ones because these are pretty pitted. So I'm going to have to find a cleaner set, maybe at the junkyard. Hopefully I can find a set. But not only that, but I'm scared to take these off because these are, well, this one is put on with only one clip, and that clip looks like it's going to break the actual emblem pin off, because I know it happened on the other fender. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen on this fender as well. So far, this is where we're at. Now I'm having a little bit of an issue right here, and this is what I'm trying to address by what I mean by body lines. As you can see over here, we have about a 1/4 inch gap, and over here it's about a 1/16. So big difference right there. Not only that, but the hood is also sitting in past the fender. Now I could move the fender in a little bit and then turn the hood a little bit, but then I'll also have to figure out this gap, because then if this is too tight, then the door will hit it and scrape it. So that's what's kind of tricky with lining up body panels. This side though is like flawless. Everything's lining up pretty good. But it's pretty hard, especially when you have a truck like this that's been crashed. I don't know what exactly happened. It's clean title, but this whole corner was smashed in when I got it, so I had to pull that out. The center support was pulled out for some reason. I think they maybe tried to tow it from there and they like pulled that center piece out. So this whole front end is a little messed up, but now it looks to be all in shape because I did pull these fenders off of super clean trucks. So that's how I know that everything is straight. Now it's not going to be perfect like OEM back when I did from factory, but it's going to be better than what it was, because if you guys would have seen this truck when it first came, it was horrible. The valence was smashed in, the fender was smashed in, like it was just super bad. There we go. I think I finally got it now to where I'm happy. It's still a little tiny bit wider over there, but I don't want to push the fender in anymore, because then this body line here won't line up. I still have to play with this, and I still have to pick up the fender a little bit, but as far as this gap goes, you can see it's pretty decent. And then you guys saw how the hood was in, and it's pretty much flush right there. Now that's good, this side is good, but so it doesn't go down, which it does right here like that, I got some brand new little rubber hood bump stops. So I'm gonna throw these in real quick and adjust it, that way it doesn't go down like that, because I had to take those off when I painted it. Those go in there, and I had to take them off in order to paint the engine bay. We'll start them high and then we'll go down. So I got them in and I've just been adjusting them, but just to show you guys real quick what I'm dealing with, is you can see this part of the hood right here is being held up a little bit, and that's because I still need to adjust them, and I need to make them even shorter. And also this line right here needs to be flush with the fender, and you can see I have about I would say maybe like an 1/8 inch that the hood needs to come down. So that's why we just got to open the hood, adjust it, and keep doing that over and over until we get the right fitment. Now I'll show you guys a little where it's sitting at right now. It's a little bit higher, but my theory is, since it is rubber and the hood is being compressed shut over here with the latch, the rubber eventually is going to kind of shrink and compress a little bit, and then it'll be even. So right now it's close enough where most people can't tell. Obviously I can tell because I'm nitpicking little stuff like that, but my theory is in a month or two, especially with the heat cycles of the truck sitting outside, it's gonna go down. And if it doesn't, I could just adjust them and turn them and go down more. Check it out, guys, whole new look. Looks a little weird just having the front end primered, but my plan is to work my way through the whole entire truck and primer sections at a time. So I think next I'm going to try to attack the surface rust up here. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just surface rust right here. It seems like it might be a little pitted, but I'm hoping that it's not too bad. So my plan is to do the whole entire roof and get that all primered and ready to go, and then possibly do the A pillar and the B pillar and do that top half, and then work on the 2 doors, since I do have to patch these holes because I'm going to be getting rid of these mirrors, and I have to fix a little bit of rust right there, patch those holes up. And then in the cab there is no real rust on the bottom, it's more of on the bed, so then I'll be able to come back and address the rust on the bed and fix the couple little dings and dents, like the dent right here, it's kind of hard to tell, and the fat dent over here on the bottom. That's going to be a fun one to get out, but I'd rather experiment with this bed than to get a whole new bed. It'd be easier to get a whole new bed, but this way I could practice with body work. For example, gas door I'm probably going to end up shaving, so I have to learn how to do that. But everything over here Body lines are all nice. It's all nice and even. Granted, this grill obviously doesn't fit the best because it is an aftermarket grill, but comparing it to my dad's truck, his has the same right here, the same little piece that sticks out, and his is an all original truck that hasn't been crashed, so I'm not too concerned about that. And I already cut a bunch for the Maxima headlights, so I'm assuming that this grill is pretty weak comparing it to a factory grill. Now I just need to throw my Nissan logo on the center, but I'll do that once I clean this up a little bit because it's still a little dirty. So that's all I have for you guys. I know this video maybe wasn't super exciting and you guys probably didn't get a chance to learn a lot, but I figured I'd pick up the camera and document the process, since I do want everything that I do to the truck to be on the 80s mini truck playlist. That way, if anyone wants to look back at the playlist, or if I ever want to look back, I have everything that I did on the truck on the channel. So that's why I'm gonna just film everything I have and try to make a video and post it out there. That way it goes onto the playlist and nothing goes skipped. That way no one is, you know, confused as to how it went from this step to this step, and everything is documented. But I am hoping that hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.